In this video, we're gonna talk about how we can be a Christian and in the world at the same time, as contradictory as that sounds, but we need it. There's so many things that we go through this life that try to diminish our faith and diminish what we got going on in God because of the hard things of this world and society. But today we're gonna talk about how we can stick together and go through 5 different things, segments that I kind of went through in my head just now. 1, balancing life and faith. 2, deepening our faith. 3, embracing diversity. 4, cultural values. And number 5 is the most important thing of all that we need. Yeah, I'm sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger like that, but I guess you gotta watch to find out. Segment 1, let's go. It's so important that we find a healthy balance between how we live our life and how we live our life for Jesus, right? It's about integrating our belief system to our daily life. It's about having a strong spiritual foundation. So here it is, this example right here, we're talking about faith and having a strong foundation. Here we go. Will it stand? Is this plastic paper isn't plastic, but you know what I mean. Will this withstand if we remove the foundation? Here it is. Bruh, I moved it a little bit. I didn't even remove the foundation all the way. But my point is we need a solid foundation if we want to go into the things that the Lord has for us, right? We can go into the world, we can go to the parties, we can go through these things. But if our faith in God isn't on a solid foundation, we can easily get so swindled by the world and what the world has to offer. You're probably like, Malik, are you a credible source? Yes, I'm a credible source. I've been to the influencing events. I've been to the parties. And it's like, bro, I can go to these places, right? Because we're talking about balancing life and faith. Like I can go to these places and it not affect me. Why? Because I know who my identity comes from. Like I know my identity in Christ, right? That's why it's so important to have that faith at the bottom, right? That strong foundation. If you know who you are in God, when you go into these places, it's not gonna swindle you. It's not gonna tell you to turn here, go there, do this. You know what I mean? You know who you are, which leads me to my second point, understanding and deepening your faith. When I say deepening your faith is so important, this is probably the most important thing in this whole video. Understanding the power of this word, of this small little compact Bible that I got, right? Let me just explain to you how powerful it is. You're struggling with your identity, you don't know who you are. 1 Peter 2:9, it says, but you are not like that. For you are a chosen people. You are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's very own possession. As a result, you can show others the goodness of God, for he called you out of darkness to his wonderful light. He's called you out of this darkness. Like, there's no reason for you to feel this way. You're tired and you feel like you've been doing all that you can. Galatians 6:9, it says, don't grow weary in doing good. You're like, oh, I just want to be like everyone else and I want to copy what everyone else is doing. Romans 12 says, do not copy the behaviors and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way that you think. The answers are here. That's why it's so important when you feel doubtful and you need answers, what you should turn to. Easy said, easy done. Embracing diversity. Respect. Respect. Embracing diversity. Respect is the most important thing. When it comes to talking to someone who doesn't believe your faith, who doesn't understand what you're talking about, respect. When someone can say something to you and you can say something to someone else and there not be any hard feelings. But through that, you guys can mutually come to some type of understanding of what the other person is saying. The importance of this one is to live life like Jesus did. He showed the ultimate example of what it meant to show love. Got slapped, turned the other cheek. Whole bunch of people betrayed him. Still love him anyway. Still died on the cross for us anyway. Show love. Christian values. It starts with acts of kindness, charity, but most importantly, when you get into those areas of parties and, balancing life and faith, The most important thing that comes into it is integrity. It's what you do that people don't see. That's what matters, right? You ever seen the thing or heard this where it's like, what you do in the darkness comes to the light? That right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is true. I remember growing up thinking, yeah, there's no way people are gonna know the things that I've done back in the day when I thought nobody was watching, but I promise you somehow, some way, they always come into practice. So when we say Christian values, what do we mean? Like we've already talked about balancing your life, deepening your faith, embracing diversity. Like now we're talking about living out the word. What is valuable to you? What are your belief systems, right? Think about it and do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. Change the way you think. You can make the first move. Stay grounded. There's so many times where we are on our walk with life, so many things start to come our way. The distractions, family, friends, everyone has something to say against us. But just like this, on this narrow and straight path, how can we stay grounded? 1, prayers. How can we stay grounded? Making sure that we're following our word. How can we stay grounded? Not letting people get in our ear gates, knowing who we are in Christ. How can we stay grounded? Having community in church. People in our lives to speak over us, to mentor us, to make sure we're going higher in our calling. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Last thing to remember, being a Christian doesn't mean you're walking in isolation. It means you're being a positive influence to those around you. You're embracing the diversity. You're understanding what your faith means for you. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you could do me a favor, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Because if you didn't know, you doing those things help push this video further and gets the message across for more people who need to know how to be a Christian and in the world at the same time. Until next time, see you.